Welcome back to my channel, Sagittarius. This is a reading for you for the month of December 2021. Just trying to do a few short readings here. Let's hope it continues short. I sometimes get a little winded. But anyway, I'll try to do, depending on the time factor here, I will do the Queen of the Moon Oracle as a couple of cards of advice. And I will also do the Fortune Reading cards by Sharina Starr. And then I'll follow that up with the Tarot. With the Rider-Waite deck. So let's just get started. Thank you first off to all of those that do follow my channel. I really appreciate your support. And certainly those that are new to my channel, really appreciate you stopping by. So hopefully you gain some insight or some kind of, glean a little bit of what's happening here for you and this resonates. So again, these are general readings, so it won't speak to everybody. And my philosophy really is that when the energies come in, it's like when you're going on a trip, for example, the energy might be that you're thinking about it in May, but you don't actually take the trip till, let's say June. So June or July or whatever. But other cards might be more significant to pull that out and say, yes, you are on the trip, but you're all going to be at different stages of that development or different stages of the energy. So but the energy will still be there even if you're just thinking about the trip. So, okay, what is happening for Sagittarius in the month of December? What is happening for Sagittarius in a general way for the month of December 2021? Wow, yours is looking really good. Okay, excellent, in fact, and I feel like I need to pull one more. I don't know why. Okay, it looks like there is some sense of travel coming through here for you. You just have to be patient with some aspects, but you definitely have some new beginnings, a lot of luck, and wish fulfillment of some sort that's coming through. So starting out with the card of patience, slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. So maybe you're getting a little more cluttered. We'll see once we clarify it with the tarot cards. Wish, your heart's desire is ready to come true. So you have a plan of action of some sort. Luck, you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. And key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures available for those ready to let go of the past. And plain, a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Okay, so we'll start out with that. Okay, so starting out with the card of patience, for sure this is a time that kind of speaks to you having to maybe wrestle yourself to slow yourself down. Obviously, you might be doing too much, or you've got some kind of new plan of action here that's put things, back into motion. Maybe some of you have a new job here starting because of the new opportunity cards that came through, and whatever it is that it looks like you're eager to get started anyway. So you may be feeling a little bit anxious is what that card kind of speaks to, or worried about something, but either way, you're figuring out what it is that you need to do to be able to go forward. Just going to turn the fan on for a second, but it could also be that you're just spreading yourself a little bit too thin in some respect here as well. So you need to change your mind by clearing your mind and changing your attitude, and all of that is what that card speaks to. So let's just kind of bounce through that. If you are needing to delegate more responsibilities, or try to get a little bit of help, or at least write something down so that you can, chunk things together so that you can go to the one place to get the 12 things done instead of jumping all over the map to get everything completed. Just be realistic about your time and your expectations, and slow and steady is really what the card speaks to. So moving on past that, we have the wish card. So of course that speaks to just that. You have some kind of a wish that's coming true here. So something that you've wanted is falling into your lap here. So whether this is, true wish fulfillment on a big scale, or whether it's, yes, you got the job, something that you were visualizing, or something that you really wanted to, something you've put out there anyway is now manifesting. So it's positive energy either way, but it definitely speaks to, anything around your work or your family or your relationships is moving into your world here. Okay, so we also have the card of luck. Certainly you've got good luck in moving ahead here, definitely with the combination of cards as well, because you have the key and all the rest of it here. What I would say with that card of luck as well is that some of you will already have some kind of opportunity that's being given to you. Others, it'll be up and coming here very shortly. But if you put out the resumes, then a job is coming. If you put out the energy to, in an entrepreneurial way, something is manifesting here and in a big way because it's something you really want. But either way, you've made some kind of a decision and your fate is changing and moving in your favor. So either way, it's some kind of a new course of action and there's an opportunity that you're taking advantage of. So there's changes going on in your life here for the month of December. This can also speak to changes in terms of a relationship. So something might be a little easier than you expected, but either way, to me, it's more along the career element here. But as I said, it's just strong career growth in some way. So it is something that involves a fair amount of money, I would say, because it's coupled with wish and luck. And so I do feel like this is a real money-making adventure, however it resonates for you. We also have the card of the key. So the key is definitely speaking to things opening up to you, fresh starts, letting go of the past. You're really moving things in a direction that, letting go of things that weren't working before, dead-end relationships, whatever it is. Something is actually moving you closer to the things that you want now. So if you were restless before in some kind of, dead-end job or situation at home that something just felt like you weren't moving forward, you're stepping out of your comfort zone here. That's what's happening. And you've got keys to success here to make that happen. And definitely comes with good money too. So you've got the plane here, and that is definitely, travel is something that's on your mind, or maybe you're having to travel for work. We'll find that out as we flesh it out in the tarot. But it definitely speaks to, you're no longer feeling stuck in your career if you were, and that's moving you ahead into another area here. But it could also be for some of you the feeling of wanting to escape, but I don't really feel that with all those other cards, but that's just another sort of side note of the card. So it is definitely you changing your priorities, definitely moving things ahead because of your level of knowledge with the key and all of the luck and the money. You're definitely somebody who has some you've got some knowledge in whatever it is that you're taking forward here. But again, for others of you, this is just, you're wanting to create some kind of, you want to go on a holiday, or you're already planning for, the next part of the adventure here is what I would say. So again, this is new job, new course of study with all of these cards here, and things are moving pretty quick here. And you are taking action. So even though I feel like you're spreading yourself thin in a lot of ways, I feel like you just need to know that you're moving everything. It's all opening up to you. So you don't really have to push things ahead because it's already delegated to you. Okay, so now we're going to do the tarot. So what's happening for Sagittarius in the month of December 2021? Okay, I got to pause the video to grab those cards. Hold tight. Okay, so back to the reading here. So the cards that fell out were the Page of Wands as well as the Five of Wands. So it looks like there's might have been some heated battle there, or something you were competing for, passion project, or something new that, like a new job or something for some of you that you were competing to get. So let's see what else is coming out here. What's coming out for December for Sagittarius? General energy. What's happening for Sagittarius? I will tie it all in here later as well. I'm just giving the quick point form of the cards. What's happening for Sagittarius? General energy, December 2021. Okay, definitely positive momentum here for sure. Okay, so after a period of rest, it looks like you're kind of taking a leap into action here. So what is the, let's see here. We've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. What is the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords for Sagittarius, December 2021? Okay. All right, so starting out with that Page of Wands energy, as I mentioned, it really feels like you've got a new job here for some of you that's coming through. It definitely is, kind of a passion project, or you're anxious to get started. I do feel like there was a lot of competition around it here, but even still with that Page of Wands, you got the phone call or you got the email or whatever it is. It's something that's fun and exciting. I feel for you because you're quickly moving things ahead and you're definitely excited to get started here. So it definitely feel like, because the Sun card is here and the Page of Wands, they're all really positive cards overall. I don't really see anything negative except for this little wrestling of 5 energy, which is probably you just battling yourself. And again, it could be competition to try to get a job as well. But for the most part, and the 4 of Swords is some kind of a retreat energy as well, but there is a possibility of travel here still being considered. But again, I'm looking at a lot of the cards here. There's lots of energy, momentum, there's fairness, there's definitely new things with the 2 pages here. It could be something that is opening up to you that could be related around course development, more learning, in other words, in some way, personal development, whatever that kind of falls into that category with those 2 pages. So I do feel like you're making changes in your overall lifestyle anyway. I do feel, like I said, with that Page of Wands, that you've got some kind of, there's new energy that's coming in here. So whether this is you making changes mentally to become more positive here, you're taking action on something. Let me just ask about that one too. What is the... Okay, well, I had the moon and the star fall out there, but I'm not going to take those. Okay, so what is the Sun card with the Knight of Swords? The Sun and the Knight of Swords? Because it looks like something just illuminated, like something just highlighted, came to light right away. Okay, well, those 2 wanted to come out. So maybe after a time of restriction, everything cleared up. Self-sabotage, I think, was a lot of what was going on there with the 8 of Swords and the Devil energy. And we've got it coupled with the 3 of Pentacles. So I would say that, maybe there was you felt restricted in some way because you weren't able to move forward or something, but there is some kind of, you're moving into a job situation where it's more than one person. I feel for many of you, I don't feel like you're necessarily going off entirely on your own, although there might be something new about this venture that you're taking, because there is just the feeling with the Fool energy that there is some kind of new adventure about this. So maybe you just hadn't worked in a while and all of a sudden here's this new position, but it's also a period of unlimited potential with the Fool energy, and it's a fresh start. So again, it can also speak to travel, being involved here. Maybe it's traveling with your work, with your new job, whatever that is for you. But I feel like you might have been in a restless place, a really anxious place, really worried about maybe not getting a job, or, excessive drinking or attachments to situations that, were more Swords energy and battling yourself is what I would say. So really things of the mind, limiting yourself in that way. But I do feel like now, those opportunities are here. You've got the Sun card and it's coming in quickly, this new job situation or this new leveling up to a better position. I do feel like for many of you, this is really a position that is moving into more of a, I don't know if it's a corporate energy so much, but it definitely speaks to collaborative, like there's more than one person around you. This is probably a bigger, I don't know if it's a big company, but it definitely is it's a larger company anyway. It's not 1 or 2 people that I feel that are running the show, I would say anyway, for whoever this is, speaking to. But again, we're kind of moving past let's see here, we're into the Sun energy, because that Fool is definitely about an improvement in your, taking a leap of faith, trying something new and getting things underway. Just trying something new is what I would say there. But as far as let's see here. So with that Sun card, again, something's been illuminated, kind of brought to your attention. I feel like it came in quick. Maybe the job came in quick, hearing about it, or all of a sudden out of the blue, there it is that somebody's, made the call. but, you know, again, this is the Sun card is really about starting to build something again, and you're feeling, you know, either supported or that you want to build something around, you know, other people here as well. But either way, I just feel like it's an overall positive energy of illuminating something. Yes, you got the job, and certainly pushing things forward. This could be a Leo energy as well coming through here, but you're feeling much more empowered, and definitely speaks to, you know, travel for me, as well as a couple of the other cards, including the Fool. So I do feel like travel is on the mind. Again, this could be with a job situation, or maybe you're just hoping to get back to somewhere, you know, um, and this new job is going to help you to do that, however that resonates for you. But anyway, we also have, you know, again, you love the work is kind of coming through here with that. You could be, I feel, taking, you know, additional classes or more workshops or information or something like that to upgrade this situation. And maybe that is what's at a distance in terms of travel. We also have that Queen of Wands energy in there too. So again, this could be a person that's coming through, or this could be you, but either way, that Queen of Wands is somebody who's taking action. So it, again, can represent your inner self as well, because it does speak to, you know, the wands kind of speak to our inner world as well. But it's got, this is a person who's got a real business-like mindset, you know, really lots of energy, very passionate about things and how they move forward. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if that's what we're talking about coming through here, could be Libra energy as well, kind of double card there, or air sign. But either way, I feel like your life is really focused on work, and for some of you, it might be even more spiritual as well. But there's improvement either way in terms of employment. So, or upgrading something if you are entrepreneurial. There is justice in the situation here as well. I feel like you've gotten some clarity. There might have been a legal matter that was at hand, but I do feel like there's some money that's attached to it for those of you that are entwined in some kind of legal aspect of things. There's also kind of an energy of, I don't know if it's more, well, let me just see what the King of Swords kind of represents here, because they're these are cards that clarify. So again, the King of Swords is really an energy of being reserved and kind of held back, and could be father figure, but emotionally detached. So maybe there is some sense of, even in terms of a relationship, there might be some kind of an emotionally detached person that is involved with somebody who's a lot more exuberant or creative, or, you know, outgoing, that kind of thing. And it could also be that you're looking more attractive now too as well. But it could also be, as I say, something about strong morals, beliefs, that kind of thing that are coming into play here with the Justice card as well. And again, emotional detachment, but you're really communicating well and just, and, you know, with your morals. And I just feel like you're really unlocking a lot of your own potential here. You have high standards is what I would say there. So, but it is, you know, somebody who's really established in life with that combination as well, or, you know, head of a company or whatever, that you're kind of relating to, but, or you, maybe you're head of a department, something like that. But either way, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius kind of energy there with air sign, as I mentioned. But I feel like you're communicating effectively, and you're really getting something done, moving something ahead here. In terms of a romantic situation, don't react too emotionally, you know, just remain calm, because I feel like a situation is going to play out fairly well, with that Page of Pentacles energy here as well. So Page of Pentacles, you have a lot, well, you've got a couple of pages here. You could also be working with younger people in this new environment for some of you, or there could be an age difference between, or maybe you're just new in investing in something here, because the Page of Pentacles, it just is something that's about self-improvement. You know, you're educating yourself and doing all that personal development, that kind of thing. There's studies that's involved here, and it could be even around money, money, education, finance could be a part of what you're learning. Something relating around contracts or negotiations is kind of coming into play here with those three, you know, kind of cards. But it's still good news, and it definitely speaks to if there was a creative project that you were working on, writing or otherwise, for those of you that are doing projects like that, this is something about moving that forward. It has real growth, and it definitely speaks to, getting some kind of a message or something, hearing about that here in the next little bit. But it still really feels like self-improvement in some way, and communication seems to be strong for what I'm gathering here. The Four of Swords energy, I feel like because we have so many pages and that Fool card as well, it feels like there's just lighter energy all around for you. I feel like there's a lot more, something's really been lifted off your shoulders is kind of how it feels. And that Four of Swords energy as well, where you were doing a lot of introspection, or maybe there was a breakup or some kind of pullback energy anyway, something about being more guarded, self-protection, or just a period of inactivity, as well. But whatever that neutral state was, you're out of that. There's no more stagnation. You're jumping into this new energy here for the month of December. So in terms of romance and all of those things, this is really about where you were feeling more alone. I feel like you're ready to go into something entirely new. But I feel a lot of it is reading and studying, educating yourself in some way, powering yourself up, healing, focusing on yourself, and really putting your concerns off. Because I feel like you're just renewed now. You're feeling a lot more refreshed and excited to start out on this new journey. So that's what I have for that. And I think I still might have a couple of minutes just to do 2 more cards here for you, Sagittarius, as far as advice for the month. And again, it just feels like you have luck on your side. Things are really moving ahead in positive ways. So let's see what the Queen of the Moon Oracle advises you. What is the best advice? This is a new deck for me, so I'll probably read some of that from the book till I'm familiar with the cards. But Queen of the Moon Oracle, what are the 2 cards for advice for the month of December and the near future for Sagittarius? What are the best cards for advice? Cards of advice, December 2021 for Sagittarius. Balance and boundaries. Okay, so it does feel, I'm going to pull one more anyway. And darkness. So it does look like you were coming out of a place of, some maybe shadowy energy there, working through some things. It does feel like you were spreading yourself too thin, going off, your balance wasn't quite what it should have been, because you were coming out of a place of, some darker energy here. So whatever that darker energy is for you, whether it's brooding or being in a dark place emotionally, a lot of anxiety, sorry, whatever that is for you, it was an introverted place either way. So it is also about doing the shadow work, and it certainly speaks to strategizing and figuring out how to overcome fears, how to get, past the things that you can't see to the things that you want to be doing. So it's how do you bring the dark into the light, really is what the card speaks to. So it definitely is stuff that you have worked through. So your advice is do the shadow work, do the self-reflection, and get rid of the things that are identify it first, what isn't working and what might be causing you pain, whether that's destructive patterns or recurring useless fears or whatever it is that's holding you back. Release it and find a way to transform past it. Usually the way to transform past it is to do the opposite. So whatever you were doing initially, you just want to do the opposite to that. And that will get you out of that headspace. So if you were sitting around, constantly in anxiety and doing a lot of TV watching or computers or whatever, you want to be able to do more physical activity or get out there and put something into your head that's every day learning something to unlock. So things along that line, just as an example. So we also have the card of the boundaries. So this again is about judging what you need, what you don't need, allowing you to place healthy boundaries, teach people how to treat you, judge what is healthy for you and what's right for you. So you may want to see or communicate with friends that love and support you, that kind of thing, and choose to spend more time with those that can help to rebuild you out of this place of, anxiety and darkness and and introspection, and then just, make sure that there's a fair exchange of energy. If you're giving too much in one area and not enough to yourself, even within yourself, you want to be able to try to find a way to balance that out. So give more to your body, be more compassionate with yourself, eat healthy foods and heal and do the things that, help you to, that will benefit your mind, body, and spirit. So, if you do them incrementally all the time, eventually that amounts to something amazing at the end of things. So, don't be too overwrought with the anxiety and the darkness and the things that you had to struggle with. Don't be people pleasing or running around and keeping yourself, on thin energy, that kind of thing. This is really a time for you to set some boundaries and that use that as a starting point. When you communicate clear boundaries with people in a fair way, people will have a clearer, better understanding of how to interact with you, and they are less likely to have, larger expectations that will throw you off balance. It's also a card of kind of speaking to people constantly judging us. And sometimes, you want to be able to please or people please, or you want to be able to figure out why am I being judged harshly? Why am I, whatever the question might be, something along that line. But the focus is really that you need to focus on your own experiences. Everybody gets judged. It doesn't matter whether it's, emotionally, whether it's physically, whether it's, in your job, whatever, everyone is judged. And it's about how do you, complete yourself? How do you develop enough self-esteem so that you are able to weather the things that are coming at you. So, whatever is unacceptable, strive to change those things. And if you can't change those things, try to change yourself by becoming stronger, more empowered. Do the research, do the reading, watch a YouTube video, whatever it takes to kind of get past a situation. But either way, boundaries help us to teach other people how we want to be treated and respected. Okay, next or last card out is number 19. Here is balance. And that card, of course, is about seeking balance. So again, looks to me like you were overextended in some way, or you were just off balance emotionally. But either way, you're coming out of it. And I do feel like you might have overreacted to a particular situation. And this is really a card to remind yourself to ground. Be aware of where the imbalances are in your life, and then try to strengthen and rise from there by grounding yourself. So if that means meditation at night, or if that means taking a long walk, to calm yourself down after the workday or whatever, it is about trying to find the perfect balance within. So that is between your body, your mind, and your spirit. That's where you want to find the balance, because if it isn't, then the chakras go out of balance. And then when you have imbalance of chakras, your energy starts to deplete, and other things start to, try to compensate. And then things go back to square one again, where you're feeling, you're just not feeling well physically, or however that resonates for you. So again, allowing yourself to be more considerate to yourself, creating boundaries, and finding a way to create inner peace, and whether that's just setting up a room for yourself where you can be at peace after work for 10 minutes or whatever, just finding a way to actively seek some wisdom. Again, that could be reading a book or whatever it is, or listening to a YouTube video. So however that resonates for you, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. And Merry Christmas to you all. And we'll see you in the next reading. Stay safe and keep moving forward.